Why are women often the central focus of measures promoting secularism?
That's a really good question. One is women are often seen as, if you think about it in the context of India, women are often seen as repositories of tradition and culture, and part of that has to do with the fact of the colonial history, where the only space for any sort of semblance of autonomy was the family. And it's within the family that the whole idea of culture and tradition and family values was actually constructed. And that continues, and so women became the bearers of this tradition. And they were central to also the anti-colonial struggle. That was, anything that touched upon tradition or changed tradition immediately implicated doing something around women and women's rights, and which was resisted by the anti-colonial nationalists. And that continues to inform the contemporary moment.
Are the politics of religion purely a conversation driven by the right wing in India and elsewhere?
Yeah, I don't think so, because I think secularism has been very much part of the liberal speak, right? Every liberal talks about secularism. What isn't addressed is, and it's often assumed that secularism is outside of religion, because we had the Enlightenment and the secularism, and religion was like designated to the private arena, and and the public space was free of religion. But that turns out to be not the case. As I mentioned earlier, that the very fact, let's say in America, if you go to a courtroom, right behind the judge, there's this slogan, "In God We Trust," and I think we see the same thing on their dollar bills. Everywhere you go, there's a church around every corner here, right? So it's not that religion has been erased from the public sphere. It's very much present and deeply embedded, aligned with the majority position.
What is the place of the Dalit community in India within the ideology of Hindutva?
As you will see today, there are many Dalit movements, because there's a sense that when Hindutva is targeting certain communities like Muslims, who are actually make up one community, they make up as the butcher community, and the beef bans are partly designed to target them. It's simultaneously also targeting Dalit groups, because Dalit groups are in fact often one element of their community is certainly involved in the trade of cleaning the slaughtering cows, cleaning the leather, and in that sort of practice, which again, they're being targeted for doing this kind of trade. They're being targeted in universities as well, and schools. And I think what we're seeing, and that's perhaps where the other resistance will be emerging, and it is emerging, because we're now seeing an alignment between between Muslims and Dalits as part of the resistance to the Hindu right.